Welcome to the HowTheyLostWeight.com interview program, where you'll learn weight loss strategies and techniques from real people who've successfully lost weight and kept it off. We invite you to sit forward, get ready to take notes, and join your host and weight loss expert, David Fry, as he interviews today's weight loss guest.
Hello, my name is David Fry. I want to welcome you to the HowTheyLostWeight.com podcast. And on this podcast, we interview people who decided to make a change in their lives to get control of their health, to lose weight, and have been able to keep it off. So today, I have an awesome guy who I'm going to interview. His name is Joe Blower, and he's 35 years old. He lost an amazing 105 pounds. Yes, he is a member of the Over 100 Club, and he did it by using a simple little gadget that's available to anyone. So I want you to stay on the podcast all the way to the very end because I have a very special gift for you at the end of this podcast. Okay, here's my interview with Joe.
Hey, Joe, I want to welcome you to the How They Lost Weight program. I appreciate you for taking time to come and share your weight loss story with us.
Well, thank you.
All right, let's just start out. Let me ask you, where are you from and how old are you?
Graduated high school in Greenville, South Carolina. And my dad was in the military, so we kind of grew up a little bit of everywhere. And I am 35 years old.
And what do you do for a living?
I work for retail management for JCPenney.
And so tell us, what was your starting weight or your heaviest weight, and then what weight you're at right now?
My heaviest weight was 300 pounds, and I am currently at 195.
Wow. How long did it take you to lose that weight?
It started back in about February of 2013. So February 2013 to about August of 2015.
And what motivated you to finally lose the weight?
Well, honestly, initially my dad was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Because of he struggled with being overweight, and also my mom over the years has struggled with being overweight. But in addition to my dad being diagnosed, also I got a letter from my health insurance company stating nicely that I was overweight and that I needed to participate in a health and wellness program. That they encouraged me to participate in the health and wellness program. That they would pay for, that I would talk to a fitness coach for once a month for 3 or 4 months. And if I didn't choose to participate in that program, then I would be charged an extra $50 a month, so an additional $600 a year premium on top for my health insurance. So that's kind of initially what kind of got me motivated to start looking at how much weight I've gained over the years.
Did you have any negative feelings when you looked in the mirror?
I didn't feel negative about myself. My wife never treated me any differently. I knew that, I'd grown out of my clothes and I was having to buy bigger clothes. But I didn't really have any negative feelings about myself. It just kind of didn't want to struggle with my weight or continue to struggle with my weight as my parents and people that I've seen struggle with my weight, with their weight.
And I should ask you, how tall are you?
I am 6'4".
Okay. Now, tell us, what specific things did you do to lose the weight? Be as specific as you can.
Okay. Well, initially, I started out, I could barely run a mile. I ran miles 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. I'd get up about an hour before work and I would run a mile. And then about a month into it, I was able to push myself to do a mile and a half. And I ran a mile and a half for a couple of weeks, and that got easy and easier to run. And so I was like, okay, I'll push myself to the 2 mile mark, and I ran the two miles 6 days a week for a month or two, and then finally that just got too easy, or I felt it was easier, and so I pushed myself to do 3 miles. And really, it was just consistent exercise 6 days a week. I just started running, I ran for about a year and a half, and I kind of plateaued. And then after I plateaued, I started not only running the 3 miles 6 days a week. I started using a calorie app to track my calories. So that helped me continue to make me more aware of how many calories I was intaking in addition to the exercise, which helped me even more to get my weight down even more. Just with the running, before using the calorie calculator, I was able to drop about 50 pounds without using the calorie calculator. And then once I started,
did you change your diet at all during that time period?
I didn't really. No, I'm not. I continued to eat the same normal diet during that time period. But once I started tracking the calories, that's when I didn't really change my diet. I limited the calorie intake I was taking. So I wasn't necessarily changing the food I was eating. I was just changing how much I was eating of it to make sure. And I also, within that calorie calculator, I put in my goals and based upon hey, this is what I wanted to weigh, and so it gave me a certain amount of calories. And so based upon how much exercise I was doing, it would adjust how many calories I can intake. But I tried to keep under my calories. So that helped me, get down. I think I dropped that, calorie calculator. It dropped me down another 10 or 15 pounds. And then late this spring of 2015, there was a group of us, about 12, 13 people that entered into a weight loss challenge, threw in some money, and that kind of really motivated me to lose the extra 30 or 40 pounds that I have because put the money on the line. And so I really started reducing my calories, and also within that weight loss challenge, I was eating. You had to eat 3 vegetables a day, 3 servings of vegetables a day, 2 servings of fruits, and also had to limit yourself to 1 sugary treat day a week. And then in addition to that, I also ran not only the 3 miles, but towards the end of the program, I started running 5 miles a day. And that's what really helped me lose the rest of the 100 pounds that I've lost, or 105 pounds that I've lost, was really changing up making sure I'm eating the 3 vegetables a day, 2 servings of fruits, and also in addition to that, the exercise and about 62 ounces of water a day.
What app did you use?
My FitnessPal.
You're listening to the HowTheyLostWeight.com interview program.
And did you need to have a mindset change to successfully lose your weight?
Absolutely. I don't enjoy necessarily running, but I enjoy running more than I enjoyed being overweight. And it takes self-control to at the beginning, I hate to only eat one kind of a cheat day a week or 1 sugary day a week. It was a challenge for me, and because I was used to, sitting down and having a bowl of ice cream at, a couple nights a week or whatever the case may be. But really I had to make a determination that, hey, I'm not going to continue to be overweight, and these are the things I'm going to need to do I have to change my behavior in order to make that change or make that happen.
And how do you control your temptations to not overeat or eat the wrong foods right now?
Well, now it's been such a routine for me that it makes I don't feel well if I don't eat, my 3 vegetables. If I indulge myself in a bunch of pizza or whatever, I just don't feel I feel queasy. I just don't feel healthy, I guess. I mean, it's just the way I feel is just not the same when I try to indulge, and my stomach is not. I just can't eat as much as I used to, just because of the change in my eating habits.
So describe the diet or healthy eating plan you're following right now, and try to be explicit, meaning what do you eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, if you have any dessert or dessert alternatives. Tell us exactly what you follow today.
Okay, so normally for breakfast I have about a cup and a half of milk. I throw in about a cup of frozen fruit, like these strawberries, whatever, just a cup of frozen fruit, and I throw in a scoop of protein powder, and I blend that up, and I have a protein shake for breakfast. And then for lunch, I usually have 2 to 2.5 cups of salad, spring mix, or some sort of salad with a handful of carrots and about 2 to 3 tablespoons of a salad dressing. In addition to that, I have 1 or 2 Greek yogurts, depending on the day, for lunch. And then at night, I just whatever my wife's making. I have smaller portions based upon depending on how many calories I have left for the day. And that's typically what I have on a daily basis.
So I was going to ask you, how do you integrate your eating plan to accommodate the rest of your family? But it sounds like you just let your wife make whatever she usually makes. You just try to eat less of that. How do you do that?
Well, with my fitness app, I estimate how many calories, or whether we're having pasta. Okay, if I have a cup of pasta or whatever she's having, I estimate and I put it in my Fitness Pal, and it makes sure if I'm going to go over my goal of calorie intake for the day, then I'll reduce my serving. And so that's how I can try to control what I eat at night.
Do you use any portion control tools as far as measuring things and stuff like that?
I don't. I don't use a measuring cup or specifics. I usually err on the side of overestimating what I'm eating versus underestimating what I'm eating. But no, I don't use a measuring cup or anything like that, or a scale.
You mentioned that you do take protein powder. Do you take any other supplements?
I take a men's 1-a-day health vitamin, just the generic HEB health vitamin, and then I also take an omega 3, 6, and 9, 16 milligram, in the morning.
And okay, so for our listeners, what best 3 pieces of advice would you give them who are on their weight loss journey right now, or just starting?
I think there's 3 things that have really helped me is the consistent exercise, really watching the calorie intake on a daily basis, and having a goal and striving for that goal. Those are kind of the 3 things that have really helped me achieve where I wanted to go.
And if you were coaching somebody, how would you tell them to do these things?
Well, with the exercise, you got to start out. If you're gonna, whatever it may be, whether it's running or running, is what I found to be the easiest and burn most calories and most convenient for me. So you got to start out in small doses. You can't go out and run 5 miles in one sitting on your first time out, because you're going to be so sore, it's going to demotivate you to do it. So you got to start out and build up. And then don't, it wasn't, when I initially started out, it wasn't, hey, I want to lose 100 pounds. It was, hey, I want to drop 20 or 25 pounds right now. So I started in small chunks. And so kind of start your goals out to where they're achievable so you can get a quick win. And that kind of continues to motivate you. And then once you reach that goal, is to set a new goal. Continue to set those goals as you achieve them.
Okay. Do you have any? 100 pounds is a lot of weight, man. I mean, that's a lot. Very, very few people in this world can do that, even if they wanted to. It takes an immense amount of self-mastery and commitment to the process. So if let's say you have a bunch of people out there who are overweight by over 100 pounds, what kind of parting thoughts would you give to them?
Don't give up. If you fall off the wagon one day, it doesn't mean it's in the end of the world. Just start afresh the next day and continue to plug on and to reach your goals.
All right, Joe, thanks, man. This has been a great interview, and congratulations for losing as much weight as you have, man. That is an amazing achievement. I bet you feel fantastic right now as a result of it. And so thanks for sharing how you did that. And I know that a lot of people are going to be inspired by this.
Thank you.
Okay, that was an awesome interview. Thank you, Joe, for being on the show and sharing your experience with us. Let's go over a few things that Joe said. Number one, he said consistent exercise is important. He advised us to start out in small doses with small goals. Whatever exercise it may be, whether it's running, and for him, he found out that running was the easiest thing and the best thing for him, and it's the most convenient for him. But it could be any type of exercise. I would suggest always picking an exercise that's really fun for you so that you'll look forward to it. So the first thing is do consistent exercise. Number two, watch your calorie intake. He watched his daily calories and tracked them very closely. And he did that so that he could control the amount of food that he was eating. He knew exactly how many calories. Well, not exactly. There's no exact count of calories, but he knew pretty much the amount of calories he was taking in every day. And he used the app called MyFitnessPal, and MyFitnessPal is free to download. Anybody can use it. And also, when you track your calories, it's also going to motivate you to continue to eat right portions and to lose weight. Tracking always motivates you when you see progress. All right, the number three thing that he said is set small, reachable goals. Sometimes when we set these gigantic goals, we can't even see ourselves or have a vision of ourselves completing them. But when we set small, reachable goals, they're understandable to us. We believe that we can reach them, and believing that you can reach your goals is a very, very important part of success. So he said when he initially started out, it wasn't like, hey, I want to lose 100 pounds. It was like, hey, I just want to drop 20 or 25 pounds. And that was his small, reachable goal. He started out in chunks. And eventually, when you reach one goal, you can move on to the next goal and successfully complete that. And before you know it, you have been able to reach a lot of goals, okay? Your big goal. So before you leave, I want to invite you to go over to howtheylostweight.com because I have a special free gift for you. It's called Detox for Weight Loss. It's a free ebook that I have on howtheylostweight.com. Just go over there, click on ebooks, scroll down. You'll see this ebook called Detox for Weight Loss, and it will talk all about the detox process and flushing out harmful toxins out of your body if you want to boost your energy and burn your fat. This ebook covers it all. It's called Detox for Weight Loss. It's absolutely free. Go to howtheylostweight.com and download it today. I want to thank you guys for being on this podcast, And I always want you to remember, there's no secret to weight loss success. It's all about making good, healthy choices day in and day out and never, ever giving up. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you for listening to the HowTheyLostWeight.com interview program. We hope you were inspired today and discovered a new tip, technique, or strategy to help you on your journey to lose weight, get fit, and stay healthy for life.